and that didn't go well. Crazy, it was crazy people. I was telling John, I've got this guy that's in this property that's crazy, and you know, I don't know what possesses people, to call you up, call you names, and totally demean you, and then say, "Hey, will you help me? I need a place to live." And then the guy ends the conversation with, "Oh, I had to call the police because somebody that I had in the house that I wasn't supposed to be having other people at the house got in a fight and assaulted me, and then threw a brick through the window later." And I said, "Well, you know, that's unfortunate, but not surprising. I mean, what the heck?" And then John was telling me some of his landlord stories, and luckily, we have far more good stories than bad. But
Correct.
people and people I've been in business with, they're crazy sometimes, and I mean that metaphorically, not that
Right.
they're
No.
you know actually mental, but they act crazy acting, and it's like I don't allow negativity near me. And I will do almost anything that I can do to say, okay, you need to be over there. I'm not going to interface with you.
Yeah.
And people are surprised when, I really mean it.
No, and your point is well taken, and um, I would say the vast majority of the people that I surround myself with are, I mean, the regular people, successful. Everybody's successful in their own way, but they're almost all good people. They're not attempting to harm others, and for the most part, um, they're positive. And I'll give anybody a little leeway because you have a bad day, you have a bad whatever. That's fine, but it can't be a lifestyle. Um, that just doesn't
What
work for me.
what can't be a lifestyle?
Negativity,
Yeah, I don't allow any of it
negativity,
near me.
and
It's rust.
being demeaning of others. And I have some pretty strong opinions. And so every now and then in a private moment with someone, I may say, I tell you, not a big fan of so and so,
Yeah.
you know, but I try to keep that private, and I try to not put myself in a position to interact with that person unless I just absolutely have to for whatever the reason may be, because yeah, it's not worth it. There's
Yeah. It's just life is too short.
It is too short. And again, I'm game. If you called me, and I know you have a lot of friends, so you can call whoever you want. But if you ever called me and life was overwhelming for whatever the reason may be, and you just needed to vent,
Yeah, sure.
I would understand that because I know that your life, that Mark's not calling me once a month with all of the stuff that he's calling me now. He really needs to talk to somebody.
Well, and I, try to figure things out together and among friends. That's not what I'm talking about, negativity. I'm just talking about just wholesale.
I know. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think this is terrible, blah, blah, blah,
Correct.
all the time. And, I'll ask you this one, and I've had a couple of lifelong, like over 20-year friends that have lost their mind somehow that I have cut off. And let me tell you what I mean by that. If you say something to me that is disrespectful, I'm probably going to cut you off. And I don't care if we've been friends for 20 years. And if we've been friends for 20 years, and this happened with one of my relationships, I told the guy, I said, Joe, I said, I would never talk to you like this. And you know what he said to me? Mark, that's the difference between me and you.
And you know what? Most true thing he probably ever said.
Well, and I was good friends with this guy. And he was mad at me because I was questioning something that was going on with another relationship. And I'm like, can we trust this guy in our inner circle? And he went off. Don't talk to me about that. And you shouldn't stick your nose in there. And I'm like, dude, this is an honor group that we're in. This is an integrity group that we're in. And this guy is lying. And I know he's lying because I talked to you and you told me a different story. And he was so upset that I was bringing that to bear that he couldn't have a conversation with me about it. And he's like, what's this going to affect the rest of your life? And you have a big brain. And why are you doing blah, blah, blah? You, God damn it, you suck. And all this other stuff about me. And I'm like, dude, this is disrespectful. I'm not going to, and that was it. I haven't talked to the guy in a year. But I won't tolerate, and I've asked many of my friends, just like I did you, John, I would never say something disrespectful to you as my friend, nor would I let anyone else say anything disrespectful about you in my presence, in your absence. Correct. And it's just, as men, that's what we do. We absolutely maintain mutual respect. And without that, there can be no friendship.
And words matter. And they do hurt. So when somebody says, be it a relationship, girlfriend, wife, whatever, you have to be careful about what you really say.
Absolutely.
Because I won't give the examples, but I have examples where someone has said something to me that was disrespectful and hurtful, and you can apologize for that all you want. But the fact of the matter is, you felt strongly enough to say it. And, it's a scar. And maybe I let it go, but I never really let it go.
Never.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
I always remember it.
It's like this renter that has a drinking problem and was giving me all kinds of issues and texting back and forth, which is incredibly dumb, to do the stuff that he did, threaten me, all this other stuff on text. I mean, unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. And
I never said that.
He called me a bitch.
He did.
He said I was a dick or whatever. And my brother-in-law was out running around doing, real estate things with him. And Mike teased me all day long. He said, well, of course, because you're a dick. And I was like, well, yeah, okay, I am. But, I only know that because I'm a good person, and somebody that's treated me with disrespect, obviously they don't know me. Obviously, I don't care about their opinion.
Exactly.
And, if Toby Keith the other day said it perfect. Toby said, you know what? Haters make you money. They don't know it, but haters make you famous. They make you money. And so we need some more haters. And I'm like, I agree. Because it's just, you can't be doing anything good in this world unless you got somebody hating on you.
Well, you know what? No matter how good you are, you're never going to be good enough. I think I'm a decent guy. I know for a fact that I rub certain people the wrong way. And that is just the way it is. And I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going after you. They don't like you because.
Well, and
It's
that's a
like
whole
Tony.
rainbow. That's a whole rainbow. Either they
Yeah.
want to be like you, or they want something from you, or what. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, more renter stuff.
Constantly.
Well, we'll cut this one off. I think,
No,
we
I told her I'd call her back.
okay.
But
Yeah,
John, I think that these are kind of the things that we can help people while they're watching our show, is that everybody has issues. Everybody has things that they're going along with in life. And earlier, I used to fight with people. I used to I used to respond to that kind of stuff. And I've learned that I don't do that anymore. I don't engage with people like that because I don't care enough about it to win the argument.
I'm not 100% there, but I am 90% better than I've ever been in any other part of my life about making a decision about how I want something to affect me. And I had to laugh while we were on our break. One of my racquetball guys, I was sitting at the desk here and I was getting ready to go in to work on pictures, and I had Facebook up and I see this post from this guy is not someone I know super well, but he's an excellent photographer, racquetball player, blah, 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 blah. And he posted a picture of a pickup truck in a parking lot with other cars, and the guy pulls his car in like diagonal. Takes up 2 places. And he made I forget, I can actually find it really quick. He made a comment, stopped at one of my favorite restaurants. Guess this person needed 2 spaces for their pickup truck. And I jumped in and I said, should have been towed.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, they did call someone, and I did it. I have more than a few faults. If I have one big one, that kind of crap, I told him, I said, it's going to be the death of me.
Right.
Because I will confront people. And so I made a comment about, I'm thinking about getting, making up some stickers that I can put on the bumper that says, I'm an inconsiderate idiot or whatever.
Right.
And then just putting it on their bumper. Well, he came back. I don't know. Oh, here's where it is. He came back and he sent me a company for $10.99. You get 200 of these, and it is a card that says, attention, you parked like an idiot. Flip over to see the reasons, and then you go to the other side and you can check off the different reasons. And if you want to write some small note in the space, you can. And this is perfect. I said, I will be ordering these cards because that will just make me feel so much better knowing that I've left this. There it is. It wasn't a confrontation. And hopefully they get it and go, well, I don't even care. I just want them to understand they're idiots. They're inconsiderate idiots. So anyway.
I love it, man. I love it. And you know what else? I love you. And I can't wait to talk to you again. and you help me when I talk to you, and I
Well,
appreciate it. And if anyone
know,
else gets that kind of feeling from us,
we're our own best therapist.
that's exactly
And-
right, brother.
And hopefully somebody listens to whatever. And if somebody just says, yeah, you know, I can relate to that. And they
Yep.
hear it from somebody else, it's all good. Okay, Mark, take care. I'll be in touch.
Anybody that's watching this stream, go to the Old Soul Sage Advice Facebook page, mention a topic, ask a question, and we'll get back to you next week.
Sounds good. Okay, Mark, thanks, man.
John Faust, everybody.